We will now transition to our District 2 Commissioner race, our final race for the evening, and our final race, I think the final local race will be on your ballot this year. We have three candidates, Mr. Jerry Martins, Mrs. Jessica Carricker, and Mrs. Laura O'Shaughnessy. Same rules apply, folks, candidates, 2-minute opening statements, and then we'll rotate through the questions. I think we started the last time with Mr. Martins. I think it was Mr. Martins, Mrs. Carricker, and then Commissioner O'Shaughnessy. I think we'll go ahead and start this time with Mrs. Carricker. Mrs. Carricker, 2-minute opening statement.
Thank you, Paul. You started with me last time, but I'm happy to take the lead. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce, the Central Washington Home Builders Association, and the Kittitas County Association of Realtors for hosting this evening's event. We're living in unprecedented times. Many of us feel like our voices are not being heard. All of us are concerned with the health of our community. Not just medical health, but our economic and social health as well. As each day passes, there's a growing divide, similar to the divide that's been around for decades, with Upper County feeling unheard at the seat of our local government in Ellensburg. What we're experiencing right now is affecting each of us. We're all enduring the same flood, but we're not all in the same boat. You matter to me. As your county commissioner, I promise to not just react, but to act in the best interest for all. To listen, to honor the oath taken for office, to protect our voice as we the people of Kittitas County, to ensure our freedoms and liberties remain intact while our community remains healthy and safe, not just at the local level, but to fight for it at the state level as well, so that our future generations can continue to grow up in one of the most diverse and unique counties that stretches from the Cascades to the Columbia. As we continue to be one of the 5 fastest growing counties in Washington State, our median household income in the county is lower than both Washington State and the United States. As your county commissioner, I will prioritize the much needed services our county desperately needs. Kittitas County is ranked second worst in the state for severe housing problems, while we have rapidly population increase, income inequity, and a massive shortage in health and mental health care providers. Not to mention the lack of infrastructure support with the growth in Upper Kittitas County for education, transportation, affordable housing, and access to retail services. The speed of change is currently outpacing the solutions that we are presenting to the residents that call Kittitas County home. It is time we stand united. It is time we the people elect a county commissioner who prioritizes individual rights, community health, common sense, reason, and has the backbone to put principles above politics. My name is Jessica Carricker, and I'm running to earn your vote to be your voice as your Kittitas County Commissioner, and I look forward to answering your questions this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Carricker. Commissioner O'Shaughnessy, you're next. Commissioner O'Shaughnessy, you need to unmute yourself.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Laura O'Shaughnessy, and I am running to retain my seat as Kittitas County Commissioner for District Number 2. I am a 7th generation Washingtonian with my heritage stemming from the farmlands of Eastern Washington to the evergreen forests of the Snoqualmie Valley. I also have a very long history of serving our community. In addition to being your commissioner for the last 4 years, I also served for 5 years on the Roslyn City Council as a council member. I have served for 12 years as a volunteer firefighter for the Roslyn Fire Department, in which I continue to serve, and have received my red card, which allows me to fight wildfire, and am a board member for the Roslyn Ronald Cleellum Heritage Club. I'm going to now speak about a couple of our accomplishments that we've made over the last 4 years. The first of which is the construction of the covered arena at the Washington State Horse Park. This was built in part by the $1.5 million, which was awarded through Kittitas County lodging tax funds. In addition to being awarded the funds through the county, I also advocated heavily at the state level to ensure this project received the additional funding it needed to get off the ground. We changed Kittitas County code where need be. One example of this is when we addressed the Wildland Urban Interface Code. This was done by bringing together a group of stakeholders which consisted of both the building community as well as the fire community. This resulted in an updated code, which was adopted in an amendment form, which brought together both common sense as well as took into consideration safety for our community. I am asking for your vote so that over the next 4 years, we can continue to work on projects such as these, so that together we can build a better future for our next generations while respecting and preserving our rich past. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner O'Shaughnessy. Mr. Martins, opening remarks, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Jewell. My name is Jerry Martins, and I'm running for County Commissioner, District 2. I want to take time to thank the Chamber, the Central Washington Home Builders, and our realtors for the opportunity in talking to you about our future. Many of you have an idea of who I am. If not, please visit our website at jerrymartins.org and learn more. Many like you have grown concerned about our current leaderships, and they're talking around issues. We need to address them head on and find solutions. We are talking about issues that have been facing us for 20 years. Growth, our economy, transparency and accessibility, who and what we are as a county. Countrywide or countywide, traffic is increasing, but the Upper County has reached something that must be addressed now. We are now in need, or we're still in need of living wage and stable jobs, and far too many goods and services still come from outside of our community. So what can a commissioner do? They can provide leadership with a plan and vision that results into action. We need to know where we're going so that efforts have direction. We also need to know when to get out of the way. This position doesn't come with a manual like other elected positions. A commissioner hopefully comes with wisdom, knowledge, experience, and enough patience to know when to push, and just as importantly, when to step back. A commissioner must be able to lay the pathway forward while having control of the present. But first and foremost, the job is to facilitate others. I want to serve as your commissioner to make sure our county provides superior customer service while also being accountable for its actions.
Thank you, Mr. Martins. Mr. Martins, I wanted to just mention that it's a little difficult to hear you. So if there's a way that you can hold maybe your microphone a little bit closer as you're answering questions, that could be helpful to the audience.